Achieving skills-based people management. The future of corporate organization, talent acquisition, and development. In 21st century's business landscape, characterized by digital transformation and shifting global markets, organizations are under increasing pressure to adapt quickly to new challenges. Research shows that HR leaders see building critical skills as a top priority, but many also face challenges in implementing effective skill development solutions fast enough to meet these demands. What's more, the skills required today may be outdated tomorrow, making it harder for companies to keep pace with change. This prompts a critical question. Is it still effective to develop people's talents to fit static, predefined job roles, or should we move toward a more fluid, skills-based approach that dynamically matches talent with tasks? The answer lies in adapting to a new framework of talent management, one that emphasizes flexibility, adaptability, and skills-first thinking. What characterizes the shifting landscape? From traditional management to skills-based approaches. In organizations that embrace skills-based people management, the focus shifts away from rigid job descriptions and hierarchical structures towards a model that aligns people's capabilities with the tasks they perform. This dynamic approach enables companies to make the most out of their human capital, offering tangible benefits. Let us look at 3 relevant benefits. First benefit: increased employee motivation. When individuals take on roles that align with their strengths, passions, and interests, they become more engaged in their work. A great example of this is Salesforce, which has empowered employees to pursue projects based on their interests and skill sets, rather than simply filling predefined roles. As a result, employee satisfaction and retention rates have improved. Second benefit: faster onboarding and training. Employees who are already skilled in key areas can take on responsibilities with minimal ramp-up time. For instance, at IBM, new hires who already possess proficiency in emerging technologies are assigned to projects right away, reducing training time and accelerating their impact on business outcomes. And last but not least, the third benefit: greater adaptability. As companies shift to a more skills-oriented workforce, employees are more likely to adapt to new challenges. For example, companies like Google and Microsoft have leveraged skills-based structures to encourage their workforce to move between departments, acquiring a range of diverse skills and fostering innovation across functions. The core principle of this model is matching employees' capabilities with business needs. People perform better, learn faster, and stay more motivated when they are in roles that tap into their unique skills and interests. Let us talk about overcoming the challenges of transitioning to a skills-based model. Shifting from a traditional function-based structure to a skills-based approach is a complex undertaking that requires careful planning and execution. This transition involves redefining the organization's approach to workflows, roles, and even the relationships between departments. One significant challenge often arises within middle management. Traditionally, middle managers such as team managers or department heads juggle leadership tasks with operational responsibilities. However, these roles do not always align with the personal talents of the individuals in them. A manager who excels at strategic thinking may be bogged down with routine operational tasks that detract from their ability to lead effectively. This mismatch leads to disengagement, as employees struggle to balance various job demands that don't align with their strengths. For instance, research from Gallup shows that managers who are mismatched with their roles are significantly more likely to experience burnout and disengage from their teams. To overcome this, consider whether it might be more effective to align managers' roles with their core leadership capabilities, allowing them to dedicate more time to strategic decision-making and team development. It may also be worth considering the example of Netflix, where employees are entrusted with high levels of responsibility based on their talents, without a rigid hierarchy. Leaders are selected based on their ability to inspire and guide, not merely their loyalty or seniority. One key element is the effective alignment of management and development. A critical component of skills-based people management is maintaining ongoing alignment between individuals' capabilities and their tasks. This means integrating skill assessments into probationary periods, performance reviews, and development interviews to ensure that employees are continually matched with roles that best suit their talents. For example, if an employee has demonstrated exceptional analytical skills in their initial role but struggles with project management tasks, a reassignment may be necessary. This reassignment allows the individual to focus on their strengths while ensuring that the organization benefits from their core abilities. Companies like SAP have been successful in making such shifts by consistently conducting skills assessments and reassessments as part of their employee development programs. However, this realignment process must be executed carefully to avoid frustration or feelings of failure among employees. Communication is key, and it is essential to have clear frameworks in place for talent reassignment, which may require coordination with works councils and compliance with labor laws in certain jurisdictions. Legal considerations, such as collective bargaining agreements, need to be factored in when making major talent shifts, as seen in companies in regions like Europe, where labor protections are particularly strong. Let's have a look at the role of skills-based management at the top management. Skills-based management doesn't only apply to middle and lower management. It also holds critical importance at the top levels of an organization. Senior executives often have a wide range of leadership responsibilities, but their roles can sometimes be mismatched with their true talents, leading them to become bogged down in day-to-day operations instead of focusing on high-level strategy. For example, Jeff Bezos famously focused on high-level strategic decisions at Amazon, while delegating operational tasks to others. Similarly, at Microsoft, Satya Nadella's leadership has been characterized by delegating operational work to senior managers, allowing him to focus on innovation, culture, and transformation, areas that play to his strengths. This example underscores the importance of aligning leadership with the core skills needed to drive the organization's strategic vision forward. A skills-first leadership model ensures that executives are empowered to focus on their areas of expertise, leaving other tasks to individuals whose skills are a better match for those needs. So it seems that skills-based people management means a rethinking of talent management, a paradigm shift. To create a truly skills-based organization, companies must rethink the foundations of traditional talent management. Instead of developing skills purely for job roles that already exist, businesses should ask themselves how they can redesign roles and tasks to match the specific talents of their employees. This shift requires a change in mindset. Talent management must become about optimizing the use of existing skills within the organization, rather than simply filling predefined positions. Companies like Zappos and Spotify have embraced this flexibility, allowing employees to move across departments and take on new roles, based on evolving skills rather than job titles, which has fostered innovation and agility. What about the key requirements for effective skills-based people management? For this approach to succeed, several core requirements must be met. Let us look at the most relevant ones. Leadership mindset. Leaders need to embrace a mindset that supports flexibility and adaptability. They must be open to questioning traditional hierarchies, focusing on the dynamic nature of skills, and empowering employees to take ownership of tasks based on their competencies. This approach helps foster a culture of innovation and continuous improvement. Corporate culture. The culture of an organization should value and encourage continuous learning and skill development. Companies like Atlassian have implemented this by providing employees with opportunities for personal growth, regardless of their formal job titles. A culture of learning ensures that employees are always ready to take on new challenges and contribute to the organization in more versatile ways. Organizational approach. The company structure must be flexible enough to adapt to shifting skill needs. This can involve restructuring teams and workflows to facilitate cross-functional collaboration, empowering employees to take on roles that match their strengths and preferences. The traditional siloed approach is being replaced by more fluid, collaborative environments where talent can be deployed across different areas of the business based on current needs. Corporate strategy. Integrating a skills-based approach into the company's overall strategic goals is essential. Talent management should be seen as a critical component of the organization's long-term success. General Electric, for instance, aligns its talent strategy with digital transformation initiatives, ensuring that the right skills are in place to support evolving market demands and technological advancements. And last but not least, enterprise system. To successfully implement a skills-based people management approach, the entire organizational system, including structure, processes, leadership, and culture, must be aligned to support dynamic talent deployment. This requires adopting a systemic view where all parts of the organization work together to maximize the value of talent. For example, companies need to foster cross-departmental collaboration, ensure that roles are flexible, and provide frameworks for employees to develop and pivot their skills as needed. The organizational structure itself should be adaptive, allowing teams to be reconfigured quickly based on the evolving skill requirements. This also involves rethinking performance management systems to support agility, enabling people to take on projects that match their competencies, rather than sticking rigidly to predefined job descriptions. Finally, let's talk about how to implement skills-based people management. Implementing a skills-based approach requires action across several areas. One area is organizational design. Restructure teams and departments to allow for flexibility in assigning tasks based on skills, rather than rigid role descriptions. This may include creating cross-functional teams that focus on specific projects, rather than simply filling traditional positions. Another area is leadership development. Train leaders to recognize and nurture the diverse talents within their teams. This could involve coaching leaders on how to spot hidden talents and provide opportunities for employees to stretch and grow in new areas. One further area is cultural transformation. Foster a growth-oriented culture where skill development is prioritized and employees are encouraged to pursue new learning opportunities. Recognize that skills can be developed throughout an individual's career, not just at the outset. And finally, the area of strategic alignment. Ensure that your company's long-term strategy is aligned with a focus on skills. This means identifying which skills will be critical to the organization's future success and ensuring the workforce is equipped to meet those needs. The final main question of this NET.story episode is whether your organization is ready for skills-based people management. As an entrepreneur or executive, ask yourself, is your company ready to embrace the future of talent management? The world of work is changing fast. The businesses that thrive in this environment will be those that are able to build agile, skills-based organizations. Take the time to assess where your company stands today and how it can pivot to leverage the talents of your people for future success. Empower your workforce, embrace agility, and drive the future of your business by adopting a skills-based people management strategy. Thank you very much for tuning in today. If you're ready to take your leadership to the next level, don't wait, visit our comprehensive enterprise leadership content now. It's packed with tools, insights, and resources designed to help you lead with confidence and drive your organization and its people to success. Whether you're a seasoned leader or just getting started, we've got everything you need to excel in Enterprise Leadership 5.0. Head over now and start transforming your leadership journey today. Straight visit our engineering.app.